It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's always a good day when you tune into your Feel Good Breakfast show, and today we are in fact having a very important conversation. I always tell you about how it's important that we have these, right? And I'm talking about the fact that when we look at being a teenager in today's world, it's difficult, but particularly for our young ladies, which is why we need to always make sure that we are indeed giving them the support that they need, especially with all of the different changes that come with their bodies. So this is why we are welcoming from the Medical Nutritional Institute. It is the CEO, Marion Duplessis, and researcher Ashley Smith. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Oh, that's good. And I love this outfit. Pink for the ladies, right?
Absolutely.
Come on. MNI always prides themselves in genuinely supporting women in terms of just looking after themselves. But why should we prioritize the young ladies?
Yeah, at MNI we are passionate about preventative healthcare, and we can't think of a better time to be proactive about women's health than during your teenage years. You know, our young ladies go through a lot of change during puberty, and it's our responsibility to support them and to help them to set that foundation for lifelong health and well-being.
Yes, and of course it is a time as well where the ladies go through a little bit of a trilogy, if you will. It is changes in terms of hormonally, emotionally, as well as physically.
Yeah, you know, it's very common and very normal during puberty. But we have to remember that hormonal changes also can lead to hormonal imbalances.
Yes.
And one of the first symptoms that you can experience with hormonal imbalance is problems with your monthly cycle. You can experience heavy bleeding, very painful period or irregular period. And one of the big problems is that people assume that having a painful period is quite normal for teenagers, so they don't seek help.
Sure.
And it actually just makes the problem worse. And it also can cause future gynecological problems. So it's really important to look out for these symptoms and signs.
Sure, and you see even things like that. This is why we have you guys, because sometimes we just don't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I remember being a teenage girl, and it really was something that you had to navigate, you know, in a very difficult way sometimes. But this is why I'm glad MNI is here. So Ashley, you know, speak to us about more of these symptoms. What else can parents look out for?
So hormonal imbalances lead to cosmetic symptoms, including acne and excessive facial hair growth. And then there also are the metabolic symptoms, that is abnormal blood sugar or unregulated blood sugar levels, and then also sudden weight gain. And then there are those emotional and behavioral symptoms, which is the PMS, anxiety, depression, and even insomnia. And then we must be aware that some of those early signs of hormonal imbalances can also be indicators for more serious underlying conditions, including polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS. And in that case, intervention and treatment is essential.
Oh, wow. And I mean, you look at it and you're like, oh, my child just can't sleep or anything like that. But in fact, it's actually a sign of something. So how can MNI help our teenage girls to be the best they possibly can be, Ashley?
There are a lot of talks given at schools about the physical changes that teenagers can expect, but then very little practical support is offered. And so to help teenage girls, MNI has developed Ovivance. It contains a unique combination of well-researched ingredients that act to restore that hormonal balance, thereby addressing the underlying cause of these symptoms for better long-term results. Ovivance helps with those heavy and painful periods, and it also helps promote a regular cycle. It can also help combat those early symptoms of PCOS, and addressing PCOS early is very important in order to prevent future gynecological issues. It contains only natural ingredients that are safe and effective, and so it actually gives you the option of choosing a scientifically backed natural product before considering birth control options for your teenage daughter. It is affordable, it comes in tablet format, and it really is an excellent choice for teenage girls. You can get Ovivance at your nearest pharmacy, or you can get it online at mnilifestyle.co.za.
I love it, ladies. I said that you are always here to give us the information that we need and have important conversations with us. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. You know, and I know that our young girls are indeed our future as well as our present. And this is why it is vital to give them the knowledge and the support that they deserve. And doing so with Ovivance, for me, is just one of the best ways that we possibly can. So get to it and keep letting our beautiful ladies be the best possible versions of themselves. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Make sure you don't go anywhere.